How you living?
What it do?
You watch a little Luca and LeBron show last
Well,
night?
Doey Doncic back in action.
I don't know, man. I mean, he looks just fine to me. Yeah, so he's not an Adonis. Dude can
Doey
ball.
Doncic.
Yeah,
We're all a little bit doughy at times.
I confess my guilt. How good can they be? Like I watched them a little bit last night, and I think when they get into their groove, and he's been ball dominant. LeBron's been ball dominant. I think these two guys find a way because I think their talent is just phenomenal between the two of them. I think their basketball IQ is different. I think they find a way to make this work. Now, does that mean they get to the final or win a championship? I don't think that's right this year. But I think that they're dangerous and they make a run.
So, to me, that screams second round in the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah, is that what you feel?
Yeah, you get to this is a team that has won 9 of their last 10 games.
7 dudes in double figures last night.
No, they're playing Utah Jazz.
Okay,
Jazz are very,
I get it.
very bad. They have the tied for the worst record in the Western Conference.
Okay,
But it's still Luka Doncic and LeBron James, and I think second round, and then you never know what the matchup is after that. I think you win a first round series, because right now they'd be in a 4-5 game. And I think people would take them over the Rockets because people don't know anything about the Rockets this season. And with what the Lakers have in those two guys, they could take over a first round series, and then matchups could
Oklahoma
dictate
City probably then, right?
potential. Yeah, matchups. Who knows what it could be? But this team could be sitting there in the second round in the NBA playoffs this season.
Not getting a big guy, I think, is going to make a difference at some point, don't you?
Yes, but then you just look at, can you just get some defense and rebounding?
And
like Jackson Hayes is a role player that now has to be your starting center, and it's just defend and rebound, man. Defend and rebound.
And Jackson Hayes, I thought, looked pretty decent last night. And, guys around you make you look better sometimes, and I mean, we'll see. 5 guys in double figures. Dalton Knecht played 22 minutes after coming back, after being shipped out to Charlotte, had 17. Gabe Vincent gave you 11 off the bench, and all of your starters were in double figures. Look, they're interesting. They're a watch now, man. They are, and you could say they were a watch earlier because they had LeBron James, and okay, cool. But this is something different. This is 2 generational players. Fair.
It's different because when Austin Reeves says that it was one of the loudest ovations he's heard since he's been there, and he's been there alongside LeBron James, it's a different energy. People don't accept LeBron James.
That's right.
LeBron is just a player in the NBA, and
in LA,
just a player in the NBA for a lot of people.
Okay.
And Luka Doncic, he was traded there, and he is the future of the franchise. Laker fans are going to be back on board. They'll ride this wave even with LeBron there. Just say, believe you, LeBron, I'm watching for Luka Doncic and the future of the Los Angeles Lakers, and that is a different LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and there was a different vibe with Luka Doncic. It could absolutely propel this team somewhere this season.
Look, I feel different. I do. And, I grew up a Laker fan, and I've left. Like, I just can't. And with LeBron hitting towards the end and Luka Doncic in there and AD gone, I'm like, okay. I kind of feel myself pulling back in. There's a different feel now. They're a little bit more likable to me. Now look, Luka's prickly. He is, but there's something there. And ask the Dallas fans how much they liked him.
I think it's just I get it. We don't have to rehash anything LeBron's done in his career.
Yeah.
But no, Luka didn't necessarily choose LA, but that's going to allow people to embrace him better because he was traded there, and he's cut from the similar cloth LeBron James. So it'll be interesting. He whines just as much as anyone in that league.
A lot. Yes.
But the thing is he's not that whiner. He is their whiner now.
Yeah. I always told you that if they build a statue, right, there's going to be Kobe going to the basket, and there's Kareem doing the sky hook and Magic doing a no-look pass, and I always thought it would be, LeBron just, standing there with his palms up complaining to the referee. That would be the famous pose if they put one out. And I don't ever think they will for LeBron. Do you at Staples Center?
No.
They've got Shaq, Kobe, I think Kareem and Magic. And it's not Staples Center anymore. It's Crypto.com Arena. They put out 19,000 gold number 77 T-shirts for everybody to wear last night. They had Serbian music pumping out of the system. He was last. So LeBron for one night, LeBron said, "Oh, you know what? I don't have to be introduced last. You can be introduced last and get the love." And it was cool. It was an interesting Tuesday night February game against the last place team or second to last place team. And now they go to Utah and play them again. By the way, they get the same club before the All-Star break, and then after the All-Star break, you get to see how it starts to play out. But I think it's a watch, man. I think it's something to watch. And one guy towards the end, and LeBron still has it. He scored 24 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists last night. He's still balling like anybody else is. He's really, really good. And then you got that, and then you got what's going on in Dallas, JJ. I mean, people are going to lose their mind over this. Like sometimes you say it's just sports, and sometimes you realize
how invested you are in it.
Right. They had people thrown out of the game yesterday. There were 1,000 people protesting outside the arena saying sell the team and fire Nico. And if you didn't hear, I mean, I know you heard about the trade. And for those of you who are holding on and saying, well, yeah, but Anthony Davis is really good and they're going to contend this year, and AD's out for a month. First game, non-contact injury. What was it, abdominal injury or adductor or whatever? It's something kind of lower stomach area. He just crumbled. And get him a nice set of street clothes, because Anthony Davis will be wearing street clothes for a month. And so last night, man, they had fans thrown out of the game, violating the NBA's code of conduct in Dallas. They had, a guy was screaming at Mark Cuban, who's not even the guy who's majority owner anymore. Patrick Dumont is the guy. JJ, this is insane. How, and I always thought basketball was like the third thing there. I always thought it was, and maybe it's not. I thought it was just all football. I thought it was Cowboys and then the Cowboys and then maybe basketball, right? Obviously they give a damn, and trading Luka really pissed off that whole fan base.
They've been a fan base that has been absolutely spoiled with superstardom.
From Jason Kidd to Dirk
Jason
Nowitzki.
Kidd, not even on that level. It's
Dirk Nowitzki. Yeah,
I think it was like 27
they traded
years.
Jason Kidd.
Yeah, I think it was like 27 years from the
With
Dirk
Nowitzki
era
to Luka,
where they had like that star on their team, and their reaction is evident. It shows the level, not just a player, but the brand that Luka Doncic is, and what basketball has done. Does basketball have some inroads to climb in the national sports conscience? Yes, it does. It's evident. When you look at ratings, all that stuff is real. There's a reason they get paid so much money. There's a reason that everyone's fighting for the television dollar in sport. It absolutely matters. But to see the reaction of Luka Doncic shows you that there's still a connection, that sports fans still crave stars, still crave superstardom. And for the Lakers of all fan bases to be reignited and excited again,
because of this.
and then to see the reaction from the Dallas fans, the coffins, the protests, like it shows you, man, stars matter.
Do you think because they trade him to Lakers, this is more exaggerated? I don't. Like, if they trade him to the Hawks, would it have mattered?
I don't think it's Lakers. I think it's when you look and you're like, we got
that.
A 31-year-old who's not playing in one draft pick.
Yep. 100%. So I don't even
like
think
there's, even if they got 20 draft picks, there would have still been this reaction for Luka Doncic.
Yep. And even if they got a player, I'm going to tell you, it's exacerbated because in his first game,
gets hurt. This is a ridiculous stat
down.
line. It's like, oh, AD.
Yeah.
Here he is. He's going to prove everyone wrong, and then.
Yep. Everything, you got the full Anthony Davis effect in one game. You got a guy who's like, whoa, he is that dude. He can, as you keep telling me, he's one of the best players in the league. And holy moly, he is that dude. Look at him. He's got, what do you have, 26 and double-digit rebounds in 2.5 quarters? Yeah, he is that dude. And then he goes down to a non-contact injury, and it's like, yeah, He is that dude too. And when he's healthy, he's as good a big as there has been in this league in, I don't know, in this decade. I mean, seriously, in the last decade, who's a better big than Anthony Davis when he's healthy?
Nikola Jokic.
Okay. And after that?
AD's has the talent to be.
Yep. I mean, Nikola Jokic is a champion and stays healthy and is just a different cat, right? And it took a long time. He's better than Joel Embiid. And Joel Embiid's really good, but I mean, it's too big. Who plays less, right? Who makes more money and plays less games?
I take AD over Joel Embiid.
That's correct. And Nikola Jokic plays every night and balls for you and won you a championship. And so you got the full AD effect. Holy smokes, look at that. He's here to prove that you didn't make a mistake, and then he goes down in full AD fashion, and he's going to be in street clothes for a month. Street clothes is one of the greatest. Who called him that? Is that
Charles
Rome?
Barkley.
Is it Barkley? It's so good. It's so bad, but it's so good. Does that make sense? It's so wrong and so rude and so cheap, but so right. Can it be all of those?
Yes, it can.
And I think it is. All right, we got a lot today, man. Kenny Thomas will be here at 7. No, not at 7 because it's past 7. Kenny Thomas will be here at 9. We'll kick it with Kenny. Talk about the trades, the Lakers, the NBA, and, of course, Lobo basketball, which will play tomorrow night at the Pit against Wyoming. 9:30, we'll talk to Lobo forward Mustafa Amsil. He will be with us. Talk to him, see how he's feeling with the plantar fasciitis. Get you ready for that Lobo game tomorrow in the Pit against Wyoming. 505-246-0610 is how to get here today. As every day, 505-246-0610. Emails come in this morning. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Adrian's producing on the visuals. We're on ProView Networks, their YouTube channel. We're on our Facebook page, The OD in the AM. You can watch us there. And throughout the state of New Mexico on Xfinity Channel 26. When we get back, little Super Bowl post reaction. Who wants to get traded? And he wants to go to the Broncos? He could make a big difference. Hey, if you're shopping for Valentine's still, and, well, I know you are because it's Friday, it's Valentine's Day, and it's Tuesday, and why would you get out ahead of this? I mean, what kind of dude would you be? You're shopping for Valentine's Day. John Thomas Jewelers. Go over, take a look at them at johnthomasjewelers.com, and then stop by the coolest jewelry store named that way by In-Store Magazine, the only 5-star Google-rated full-service jewelry store in town, the fastest-growing jeweler in New Mexico for 3 straight years, best jeweler in Albuquerque 4 straight years. It's all that because, well, they are. And you'll see when you go to the 3rd floor of the Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal. They got over 3,000 ladies and men's bridal rings to try on, the only free lifetime nationwide warranty in Albuquerque, and the ability to custom make anything you can dream of, all right there on premises in their unbelievable, beautiful state-of-the-art design center. But hear me on this one. Through Valentine's Day, they are giving you a gift. They're going to match your purchase with a pair of lab-grown diamond studs absolutely free. So if you're in the market for an engagement ring and you go by there and let's say you buy a $5,000 engagement ring, they're going to give you a $5,000 pair of studs. You buy a $500 bracelet, they match you with a $500 pair of studs. A $1,000 necklace, you get it. They match you. They give you a $1,000 pair of studs. It runs through Friday, Valentine's Day. Get by and see John and all the people over at John Thomas Jewelers. Go to johnthomasjewelers.com. They're at 2440 Louisiana Northeast, Suite 310, 3rd floor of the Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal.
If you're
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
I'm David C. Chavis, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Look.
Now they're going to have a parade in the snow in Philly and probably have 1 million people out there. And I think that's really cool. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. Of course, the Eagles pounded the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I don't even have to look. I remember the score. 40-22. JJ, I remember that score for a long time. What I get on the text line. How many people had 2 and 0 in their boxes and their little squares and thought they were crap numbers? Yeah, everybody did until they hit. That's right, Dan. Some of us hit. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck, 505-246-0610. Your emails come in, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. So now we'll get into the player movement thing. We'll get into Aaron Rodgers and Myles Garrett and all these guys. Where they're going to go. Deebo Samuel wants out of 49ers. I think the 49ers want out of Deebo Samuel, right? They're kind of both done with being in the business.
Another offseason, another trade request.
All right. Wide receiver Deebo Samuel says the Broncos could be special in 2025. They're just a couple of pieces away. How do you feel about Deebo with the Broncos?
If he's released,
so
I'm not trading assets for a 29-year-old receiver that had one of the worst seasons of his career. When I have a young roster that I want to keep building, especially in the trenches. And yes, they need some playmakers, but Not interested in that money and draft capital if it were to be a trade.
Well, the price tag, if he's traded, is $17.5 million. He's in the final year of a 3-year extension. To your point, 806 yards from scrimmage, 4 touchdowns in 15 games. Career low, 44.7 yards per game. Now, the Niners were down. Debo was down. Who's willing to pick that up? Who wants a receiver whose best skill is running, right? I mean, getting him the ball kind of in gimmicky ways, right? He's a big dude, man. When he's in his prime, and you can tell me he's past his prime, and you're probably right. He was tough to bring down. He was really good. Steelers, Commanders, Broncos. But his response was, I can say, Bo Nix is playing really good ball right now. Their defense is outrageous. You got P2, Patrick Surtain, out there, who's, I would say, the best at the position right now. Probably been for the past 2 years. I just think you need a couple of more pieces, and it'll be what it need to be. And just have to get past Mahomes every year, end quote. And just have to get past Mahomes.
Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. Broncos are on a good trajectory, man. What they were able to do last year with Sean Payton and Bo Nix, it has people's attention. Bronco fans have to feel very good about the future, have to be excited that other players are looking at it.
Sean Payton said the other day, he's the coach of the Broncos. Sean Payton said they need a joker. He said, we're doing an evaluation of our team, and we need a joker. And so he was asked, what's a joker? Quote Sean Payton, a joker can be a tight end or a running back that has exceptional. We were spoiled here in New Orleans when you think about it. You had Reggie Bush and Jimmy Graham, Jeremy Shockey, Darren Sproles, Alvin Kamara. Those are interior, either tight ends or running backs, that they have to be elite receivers that play tight end or running back. Then you get the matchups. We had quite a few of them here because you're getting 2 high defenses and you have to work the inside. That was his quote. Does that sound like
it's Debo-ish?
Debo-ish, right? He'd be interested. I just don't, to your point, what would it cost? What would it cost, A, to acquire, and then B, you're giving that guy $17.5 million?
And it wouldn't just stop there.
Are you
not
out?
Play in the last year of his deal?
You're gonna have to sign him. Are you out from under the Russell Wilson thing now?
Yeah, they can make moves and stuff in the offseason.
All right, so you're done. You're not completely handicapped by the Russell Wilson what you owed him, because that was a big problem for a while. So there's that. Where does Myles Garrett end up? Because he's worth whatever the haul they should get for him, right? And I think it happens before the draft, doesn't it?
Yeah, you're not making that move if you're Cleveland if it's after the draft.
Do the rich get richer here? Is this one of those where he ends up in Philly or he ends up, one of these really good teams? Because obviously he wants to go somewhere. And look, if he wants out, I don't know that my obligation is to take care of him. It's my obligation is to take care of me if I'm Cleveland, right? So, but the teams that are going to be interested are the teams, I'm going to guess, who have some stuff to give. I mean, he fits everywhere. So where does he fit? The answer is everywhere, right?
If I'm giving up multiple first-round picks for Myles Garrett,
yeah,
looking at the playoff teams,
yeah,
I think the Commanders are really interesting. To find a franchise player on defense for the next couple seasons.
Buffalo, but
even I'm a little hesitant.
If you're the Commanders,
if I'm the Commanders, even Buffalo, man, because you're looking at this league and sustainability.
Okay,
and is this a Rams situation?
Meaning?
Or bleep them picks, like you're good enough. And I don't think Myles Garrett to Buffalo or Myles Garrett to the Commanders for multiple first-round picks makes them good enough.
It's not a quarterback. No, you're right. It's not the Rams did it to get Matthew
Like, he
Stafford.
is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But we also watched, him be unbelievable. And now you're going to a team that has the quarterback.
I could see absolutely the Eagles in on it. I could see Washington in on it. I could see Buffalo in on it. I
don't think Philadelphia do that at all.
You don't think so?
Because
I do.
Well, then how are they going to pay some of those young guys?
Well, they might not. If you get a Myles Garrett,
then you lose your depth that made you special.
Yeah, but I still think that they take a look. I still think they go in on it. I don't think that's where he ends up, but I think they take a look at it. Detroit's got to pay Aiden Hutchinson now, right? Pretty sure he's up to get paid. Jamison Williams is up to get paid. They got a bunch of dudes that are up to get paid right now. So I'm not sure. I think he goes there. What about the Bears? No?
The answer is
he fits everywhere.
Yes.
Who's got the assets to give him?
Everyone does.
Yeah.
Because as long as you're willing to give up multiple first-round picks, you can be in that conversation, whether your pick is 10 or 32.
All right, when we get back, keep telling me you don't watch. Go ahead. Keep telling me I'm not watching. Keep telling me what else you're going to do. I'll give you the facts. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Right here for the Seawood Cougars.
And that one is denied.
Off the front iron, rebound, Diabate. Another chance for Adams, and he hits it.
Trying to thread the needle and he threw it away. That's an unforced error. Here comes the game. And Ocillion makes up for the mistake.
Entirely new crew out here. Next time we get a whistle, Adams scores again. Adams gets the put back and he puts it right back again.
What a beautiful bounce. But only Ruggiero steps by a defender for the layup. Another dime from inside, another dunk, two-hand slam. Bounce pass, stolen away, fast hands, Bradley gets it to Butler, dunks it. Dumps off to Obama, 19 in, good pass by McKinney. 6:55. Still, one hand dunk for Peters. Lobbed upstairs to the elevator.
An inbound play
Oaks catch. Oh, block. Butler. Huge. Diabage.
They got to get shot up now. They got to get shot
Harris,
up.
12 seconds left. Poked away.
Oh,
Butler. Here comes the money. No. Yes.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast.
Your home for men's college basketball all season from the Big Ten, ACC, SEC, and Big 12.
Hoops tomorrow night over on News Radio KKOB. Lobo men's basketball, Wyoming and the Lobos, 7:30 pregame, 8 o'clock tip. And then JJ will have Lobo women's basketball Thursday, Boise State at New Mexico. 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock tip right here on these sports time. Are we, since it's the Gulf of America now, are we going to become New America? Like, do we have to rebrand everything? Like, is it going to be the Isleta New America Bowl?
Oh, man, I didn't even think of that.
Like, honestly, the University of New America? Are we, once somebody, don't you think, once somebody suggests to the president,
oh, by the way, this state, yep, it's state.
It'd be beautiful. It sounds beautiful. New America. Albuquerque, New America. It's the most beautiful name. We got to rebrand everything. I mean, honestly,
Here come your New America Lobo.
Seriously, New America State Aggies, Eastern New America, and then you got to change the lettering, like UNM. You got to get a new logo, UNA. Yeah, I mean, is that coming? Tell me why. If the Gulf was changed, why wouldn't we be changed?
Not great.
Can he do that?
Thinks with that Sharpie he can do anything.
Who makes the Sharpie? Are those Sharpies or are they like a different brand?
Pen or something?
Pen. Yeah, they're big, giant pens. I mean, are we going to be...
New America Lobos taking the floor.
That's right. UNA. Yeah.
It doesn't have the same pizzazz.
I don't know. It's got a different pizzazz. It's got much more beautiful. It's the most beautiful name ever. I mean, can he do that? Like, can he rename a state? If he can just take over Greenland and Canada,
yeah,
and the Gaza Strip and the Panama Canal. I guess. I mean,
we're taking over.
It's little penance to just rename one of his own. We're gonna rename. New York is fine. I like Old York, New York, Old Jersey, but Mexico. No, we can't have that. I mean, don't think that's not coming.
Well,
you think I'm wrong?
No. A lot of rebranding ahead.
Yep. Text line says $110 million cap space. Keep your eye on the Patriots and the Myles Garrett T. Higgins sweepstakes. It's from Mike. I don't think that's incorrect. They got money, and people want to go play for Vrabel. All right. So you all told me. Well, y'all didn't. A few of you. I'm not watching. I don't care. I'm not watching. My team's not in. I hate football. I'm done with Taylor Swift. Okay. Super Bowl 59 reached an all-time record, and it was a blowout. 126 million viewers. Now, Fox benefit from Nielsen's changes the way it measures out-of-home viewership, right? Because it used to be just, who's watching at home, but a lot of people, you're at a bar, you're at a party. So there's new methods of counting viewers better. The TV ratings were down 2% for the NFL overall this season. But the game itself, 126 million viewers. Second straight year, the Super Bowl's reached record attendance, or record audience, It was 123.7 last year. Peaked at 135.7 in the second quarter. And they say about 14.5 million watched on streaming platforms, including 13.6 on Tubi. It's where the game was free. And so keep telling me you don't watch. You go ahead. The top 44 media markets. It was well, whatever. Look, people are watching. Swift was there. Trump was there. I say Swift. Taylor Swift. Donald Trump. I mean, Serena was there. I don't know if you knew Kendrick Lamar was there. Keep telling me you don't watch. That's why last week was. I'm not going to watch. Oh, really? All right, like honestly, what are you going to? Nope, I'm going to get my car washed. All right, cool, man. Knock yourself out. Do your thing. All I'm telling you is people are watching like crazy.
Football is football.
And we don't have it until now, August. Football is football.
Draft time, baby.
And when
the
the
scouting reports out, those Myles Garrett destinations, all the mock trades, mock drafts, we in it.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, where's he going? Jason Eck and his New America Lobos, University of New America. Lobo up, baby. Whatever that means. Lobo up.
Lobo up in New America.
Did you vandal up? Did he do that up there? Vandal up? Lobo up? I don't know.
Hashtag go Lobos.
Woof, woof, woof. University of New America. Just think of the rebranding. If Trump, I mean, on everything you've got. Everything.
Why does, so do they just put all that stuff on clearance? You just have to get rid of it?
The postal code would have to change. All of your, all of your business, everything you do. You'd have to get rid of all. Well, you wouldn't have to. You could wear your old school UNM shirts, but it would be like UNA. My favorite New Mexico Lobo logo is that intertwined UNM, like they wear in the baseball caps. I think that, like I've always said, I think that should be their primary mark, because when you put it on ESPN or Fox and you just put that Lobo up there, as opposed to a UNC or USC or UCLA or people go, what is that? People don't know.
People are still going to go, what is UNM?
Fair enough. But it would make you start thinking northern Montana.
You start guessing.
Right?
Yeah.
I think it probably just goes northern Michigan University, right? Honestly. Yeah, you got to change that. That UNA. I guess you could still run the N into the A. So that would still
work behind that.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
One thing. If
Do you think he cares?
No. It's one thing just to reprint a map and pretend it's the Gulf of America.
Yeah, because there's no reference. Nobody lives in the Gulf of America. You can just call it whatever you want. It's a body of water, right?
Now my head's spinning.
Yeah.
Jeez.
New America State University.
Do it all.
New America Highlands
Driver's
University.
license.
Yeah.
Billing info.
Yeah.
Jeez,
but at least people would know you live in the United States of America. You wouldn't go to the airport and they'd tell you to go to the international terminal. My kid wouldn't be in college going, wow, I mean, so you speak pretty good English, right? And would be really famous. Like the people would move here. It'd be great for the economy. People are going to move to New America. Nobody wants to live in New Mexico. Everybody would want to live in New America.
Maybe it's time for a rebrand.
I'm just saying, man. Don't think if someone says to him, "All right, let's make this next Wednesday's rant, Mr. President. Next Wednesday, I'm ranting on Gaza. We'll go Thursday, right?" You don't think it's coming? You just wait, and then you can look at me and say,
"I'm not. I'm worried that it's coming now."
What do you
got
think?
Me like my head spinning.
I mean, tell me why it wouldn't. Just asking. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sports@WBQ.com and JJ at sports@WBQ.com. Kenny Thomas is coming in. We'll kick it with Kenny, the former All-America at the University of New America. You want me to just start it now, just to prepare you for it? Like, just so we can just start it, so the transition won't be so hard? And, will it happen overnight? Because it feels like he renamed the Gulf of America like that. Like, it's just done. Overnight. There was no transition period.
Here's my new poster board.
Yeah.
The Gulf of America.
Yeah.
Done.
And over there, it's next to Texas and Arizona, that land that you all forgot about. It's New America. Just saying, man. On the Spot Automotive Detailing will keep your vehicle cleaned in New Mexico and New America and Arizona and Texas, wherever it is. Go check them out at otsdetailing.com. Here's the beauty of what they do. First of all, they are the best at what they do. So that means they come out and they detail your vehicle inside, outside, around the rims, like under the hood, under the seats, detailing like brand new, like the day you took it off the lot. They come to you where it works for you, when it works for you. You got a big night coming up on Friday, right? You got Valentine's Day. Make sure your vehicle is worthy of having your significant other, that special someone in your vehicle. It's your biggest or one of your biggest investments. Protect your vehicle. You can talk to them about paint protection and ceramic coating as well. It's a great Valentine's gift. Take a look at what they got. They've been awarded Best in the City. You know why? Because they're best in the city. On the Spot Automotive Detailing, go take a look, and you can book and buy right there online. OTSDetailing.com. It's
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Hi. Opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Thank you for being with us this morning and every morning on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Text line, 505-246-0610. With this regime, we can't decide the name of the state, New Mexico or New America, but during the last regime, we couldn't tell the difference between a man and a woman. Phew, dog, this politics game is hard. It's from Mike. Yep, figure it out. We're going to be named New America. I mean, like within the next 3 years, 2 years, next week. Because it happens like that, right? I mean, the Gulf changed, boom. The Gulf of America. Gulf of Mexico. I don't even know what it is anymore.
Because that was on, so many people's minds of
course,
that's going to make my life better.
And you know what?
Renaming that
the whole world will call it the Gulf of Mexico. It's like the metric system, right? The whole world's on the metric system, and we're still on standard, right? Nobody goes feet and inches and yards. It's all meters, right? The whole world.
You never want to be the number 2 name in there, the quarterback after a great one.
The University of New America.
Where did the Astros play?
Yeah.
Where did the Diamondbacks play?
I don't know. Diamondbacks play in
Bank One Ballpark, right?
Is it still Bob?
No,
what's it called?
I don't know. It's not that anymore.
Minute Maid used to be Enron. What's the Giants place? Is it AT&T? Or it was Pac Bell? Where did the Lakers play? Crypto.com used to be
Center.
right? Yeah, 100%. All right, where's Aaron Rodgers going to play? It's the opening drive. Let's go. Where's Aaron Rodgers going? I know we had a little conversation about this yesterday. The early betting favorites on DraftKings is the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Raiders are 3-1. Steelers are 2-1. Niners are plus 350, and the Vikings are plus 400. Titans plus 750, and the Colts at plus 850. Rodgers evidently has long-term ties with Chad Brinker, who currently runs the show in Tennessee. Tennessee's got the number 1 pick, right? Don't they? I can have Cam Ward and start all over and get a fresh young quarterback and pay rookie prices, or bring in Rodgers and give him $40 million. I mean, it seems pretty easy.
Well, it would be if you don't think one of these guys could play from day one.
I watched 5 rookie quarterbacks play pretty well in the NFL last year.
That's an outlier.
Okay, typically I can watch 2, right? Like the year before, how many rookie quarterbacks played well? C.J. Stroud did. I don't even remember who the other rookie quarterback.
Bryce Young.
Yeah, Bryce Young and Will Levis. Was Will Levis in that class? Or was he 2 years ago? All right. Yeah, 5's an outlier. I'll give you that. But I got to be able to find one at the top of the draft, don't I? Do you think Cam Ward's ready to go play in the NFL right now?
Yeah, if I'm drafting one of these guys, I'm playing him.
Well, right. So if you're the Titans, you want Aaron Rodgers, or you want to start over and be quarterback for the future? I don't even care if he's ready to play right now, dude.
We also saw New England mess around and start Jacoby Brissett for how many weeks? Like
6 weeks, yeah.
Kirk Cousins played for how long?
Well, Kirk Cousins was their plan. Yeah. They gave him money to be the plan. I mean, Michael Penix was like the future until they realized, oh my goodness, the plan isn't working.
Yeah, so 23 was Young, Stroud, Richardson.
All right, so one of them was good. One got hurt, one wasn't good, one was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 1 would be the answer there. Last year was 5.
Well, yeah, to me, it's a no-brainer. It's thinking quarterback 1 and 2, and I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to be the guy I bring in with my number 1 or number 2 pick.
So you think the Browns are going quarterback for sure, huh?
It's your chance, man. You can
I
get
know
out
it's
of
your
Deshaun
chance,
Watson
dude.
right
I
now.
watch teams habitually make bad choices, and that's
You
a
can-
team
you can-
that habitually makes bad
Travis
choices.
Hunter won a Heisman. He's awesome. Those, if you don't have a quarterback, it doesn't matter.
They're paying a quarterback. They don't have one. I look. I'm with you. I don't know what their options
The dude
are.
just tore his Achilles for the second time. Draft a quarterback.
I'm
and
with
figure it
you
out.
1,000% that they should take Shador. Right? That's who it's going to be. Number 2, right? Now you're going to have to deal with Daddy, and he didn't want to go to Cleveland, and he wants to go wherever he wants to go, and you're dealing with that. At some point, you're the employer and they're the employee. Correct?
Yeah, but we've saw with Eli Manning.
All right, then fine. Then I'll draft the asset. Then give me something. Right? Because
there hasn't been that much noise that.
Not yet. No whispers, but not a lot of noise. No, look, with Eli, the Chargers held firm and said, you know what, bleep it, I'm drafting him, and it worked out pretty damn well, right? They got Phillip Rivers in return. Didn't it? You're going to pass over the asset because they're going to say, hell no, I don't want to be here?
No.
John Elway, right? Elway was drafted by the Colts, said, I'm not going to play. Colts traded him to Denver. I don't know what they got for John Elway. I mean, they must have gotten something pretty good back. But there's an asset. I hope they got something good back. That's a great question. I don't even know what the Colts got for John Elway. But I'd like to believe they got something. Text line, ay caramba, the state and federal government will need to kick in to rebrand all the universities in the state. Don't make them have car washes and bake sales. Yeah, we're going to have to...
I doubt aren't they getting away from all this federal funding?
Yeah, the feds aren't going to help you. It's going to be all state. The state's going to have to help you kick in to rebrand the state as New America.
Could just become the University of New America Teslas.
Ooh. No, I think they'll still be the New America Lobos. You don't think so? You think? I mean,
might be a little too un-American for them.
That's Spanish. I mean, it certainly is Spanish. The New Mexico or the New America State Aggies, New America Highlands University, Western and Eastern New America Universities.
New America Shockers.
You all think I'm
sponsored
out of
by
my
Tesla.
You all think I'm out of my mind. I'm just telling you.
Put a charging station at the pit. Let's go.
All right. 505-246-0610. You know those trades that one trade that was canceled, the Charlotte Hornets and the Lakers, and the trade deadline passed. Hey, can we try again? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in Autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit all.
Candy Cruz doesn't want the new America state flag to be yellow anymore. She wants it to be turquoise. So she's already changing the new America state flag. I'm just, look, man. I'm just telling you, this isn't what I want. I'm not an advocate. But tell me you think I'm totally wrong. Tell me you think I'm wrong.
All the things I thought I was going to be worried about today, not on my list.
Yeah. Here's a rebrand idea. New America goat heads playing their home games in the El Pinto Palace, says Larry. All right, so there you go. The El Pinto Palace with the New America goat heads playing. Is that indoor football? I think that's right. All right, 505-246-0610. Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. Kenny Thomas will be here, the former All-America at the University of New America. He'll be with us coming up at 9 o'clock. And then the New America Lobos forward, Mostafa Amsil, is going to be with us at 9:30. I'm just getting you ready for the transition. Because tell me you think I'm wrong. Go ahead.
I can't say that.
Yeah. All right, Lakers last night were winners. 132-113. Why do you care? Luka Doncic's debut. He had 14 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists in his debut in Los Angeles. LeBron had 24, and they had 7 players in double figures. Last night, Mountain West, Nevada beat Fresno State 94-49. Nick Davidson, 25 points. Justin McBride, 19 off the bench. Fresno State's lost 7 in a row. Boy, the bottom of the league is bad, dude. Fresno State and Air Force are bad. I mean, right?
Yes.
And Wyoming's scuffling, and they're coming in tomorrow. They're 4-9. The whole conversation that this league is not as good as it was last year is absolute. Okay, it just is. The league is not as good. Last year you were 6 deep in the Mountain West. This year JJ, I'm afraid there might only be 2. I think San Diego State's holding on by a thread, and I just don't think they're that good. I don't think Boise State's good enough. I don't think Colorado State's that good. I think it's New Mexico and Utah State.
That's where it sits right now.
Well, did Jerry's latest? Did he put out a bracket yesterday? I thought I saw him with his latest one having San Diego State hanging. Yeah, he's got him as one of the last teams in, hanging on, playing Arkansas in a. That's John Calipari in a playing game in Dayton. How about John Calipari in a playing game in Dayton? I'm in for it. Georgia and Texas are in the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all about it.
Arkansas versus San Diego State.
Yep. He's got the Lobos at, I want to say, I saw him at an 8 or 9, didn't I?
9. So still on that 9 line.
Playing Oklahoma. You don't like that?
Well,
I don't care where
I like getting in the NCAA tournament. It's just that 8-9 game. It's
brutal.
It's not just you play the 1 seed. It's you play the 1 seed in pretty much their backyard.
That's
where
right.
They try to put them.
Well,
this would be Duke and Raleigh.
Yeah, Duke is in Raleigh. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the way he's got it set up. Utah State, he's got as a 9 seed playing UConn, and then you go to Lexington, Kentucky. Well, you got to get UConn is a 8-9 game. How about that? UConn in the 8-9 game, which is, I mean,
you're gonna have to. It's the NCAA tournament.
Do you see where he's got the Big West champion? He's got UC San Diego as an 11. And I'm going to go back to this again, and I don't know the answer, and nobody's been
What
able to say
happened last year?
No, I mean, if you were going to go get a Big West UC school, why the hell didn't you go to San Diego instead of go to Davis?
Oh, okay. Different culture. I was going to say, if UC San Diego's 11, how did the Mountain West get hit with all those seeds last year?
No. Well, that's a fair question, too. But UC San Diego's played, actually, I mean, you look at their schedule and who they played. They're the only team that's won.
The answer just had to be they knew that it was going to be an immediate yes from UC Davis. Like, there's going to be no worrying about.
Well, I think UC Davis came to them and wanted in. UC San Diego won at Utah State, by the way. Before the Lobos went up there, they were the only team that went up there and won. They lost to the Aztecs by 5. Who else? Did they beat anybody? And they didn't really play anybody. Utah State was their big win out of conference. But they just don't have a bad loss. Their only other loss to UC Irvine. They lost to Irvine and they lost, Seattle and San Diego State. They're pretty nice. But honestly, wouldn't have you liked to stay in that market? Whether it was USD or UC San Diego?
Yes.
To stay in Southern California, to stay in that market if you're the Mountain West? That's why the whole UC Davis thing still, and I've asked a number of people in that league. I haven't talked to Gloria on this, but people, a couple people who were in that room, and everybody's like, they all shake their head and kind of, well, it was him, it was her, it was them. And the only answer I got is they had the most money. They had money. Okay. And basically with that money, they made a commitment that they were going to build their programs. Basketball, whatever. They've got football they play at the FCS level. But, I mean, when you look around, wouldn't you rather have, whether UC San Diego, UC Irvine, UC Santa Barbara? Don't you think? I mean, I don't know. We'll see long-term what it all means. But something else. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. If you watched the Laker game last night, Luka was the last one announced. And I know this is, who cares, man? It was starting lineups. So LeBron evidently, who always is the last guy announced, and, he saunters out and does his, his personalized handshakes like everybody else does. It's no big deal. But I guess he told Luka for one night, Luka can get the, the big ovation at the end. Cool. He told Luka, be your bleeping self. Don't fit in. Fit the bleep out. Be yourself. Now, what he got on Kevin Love about back in the day for fitting out, not fitting in. Kind of remember that. Anyway, Doncic says, for him to say something like that just feels amazing. It gives me confidence, and after that speech, it was chills. I was just happy to be a part of it. Cool. One, this is a good kumbaya. I think this works. I do. I think this works. You got two high IQ, insanely talented basketball stars on one team. I think it works for me.
However you feel about LeBron James, when that dude's on the floor, he makes it work with everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you find a way to make
Dwayne
this
Wade,
work.
Kyrie Irving. Kyrie might have gone a little off the rocker at the end, but he's on the floor with someone. They're going to play at a high level and have a chance to win a lot of basketball games.
Do you know that his first game with Shaq, his first game, and I'm talking about LeBron, his first game with Dwayne Wade, his first game with Kyrie, who else? What was it? First game with AD. All those were losses. So this was his first win paired with a superstar, whatever that means to you. Austin Reeves, quote, talking about Luka. He came out. Obviously, the place went crazy. It was awesome. I thought the energy from that point forward was great. His introduction to the starting lineup was one of the loudest I've heard since I've been here. End quote. By the way, Austin Reeves played well, 22 points, 9 rebounds. Dalton Connect had 17 points. Lakers had 7 dudes in double figures last night.
Dalton Connect didn't play.
What? What am I looking at?
Last night?
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta find it again. I swear. He did. You're right. Jordan Goodwin had 17 points. I looked at the bottom. You're right. You're 100% right. Dalton Connect did not play.
Everyone that was in that trade hasn't played yet.
Yep, you're right. Speaking of that trade, and that's where I wanted to go with this. So the Hornets and the Lakers had that trade. Remember, Mark Williams was going to the Lakers, Dalton Connect, Cam Reddish, and a pick swap were going to Charlotte. The trade was voided because Williams did not pass his physical. The Hornets have been in contact with the NBA. They're looking for ways to dispute the Lakers' failed physical assessment of Mark Williams. What do they think? They didn't want to make the trade now? They want to back out of it? The deal was rescinded. Williams failed the exam. Has Williams 60% of the Hornets games over 3 seasons of the league. Basically, he's got different back and foot injuries. And you know how I feel about big guys with foot injuries, right? The deadline passed. The trade was not amended to account for whatever new medical information the Lakers wanted and needed in discovery. So the players involved returned to their original teams. They haven't played. That's, as we were just saying, Connect, Reddish, and Williams all ruled out Monday. Notice, I looked at the box score, and I looked at the bottom of it. It was Jordan Goodwin who had 17, not Connect.
I can understand why Charlotte's looking at that going, give us this shooter that's playing and not the guy that has not been playing.
Yeah. And for the Lakers, they needed a big, and they got him in-house and said, yeah, dude, you're not okay.
A little busted.
We're getting damaged goods. This is not okay. And all these trades are contingent upon guys passing physicals. You hear it all the time. Well, contingent upon him passing his physical. Only you always, yeah, fine. He's going to pass his physical. He's a professional athlete. He's fine. Lakers got him in-house. And what Charlotte's saying is, well, no, man, our doctors say he's fine. Yeah, but there's done. Trade deadlines passed. Well, we want an extension. Nope, sorry, you can't have one. We want Dalton connecting those picks, and oh, sorry, you can't have it. I don't see this going through, do you? I don't see the NBA saying, hey, we're good with this.
Not at this point.
Right? I just don't see a way that happens.
Well, it doesn't sound like there's going to be any push from the Lakers to want to get this trade done after they failed him for the physical.
Yeah. All right. Kevin Durant's name has been bandied around. He did not get traded. What's his future? He's still in Phoenix. I want to get into that when we get back. The number to get in is 505-246-0610, and you can send emails, jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. What do you think? You think I'm wrong on, I'm just saying, on New America? The rebrand? You live in Albuquerque, New America. Rio Rancho, New America. Why not? Hey, where are you going for lunch today? May I suggest Twin Peaks? They got a great lunch game there. Light yet hearty combos that's put together for you to start at $7.99. Everything from savory soups to crisp salads to sandwiches, everything to satisfy your craving. Enjoy your next lunch break over at Twin Peaks, and they're recruiting. They're looking to hire right now. So if you're looking for a job where you can have a ton of fun and make great money, Twin Peaks is the team for you. They're looking for Twin Peaks girls, cooks, bussers, bar backs, all kinds of stuff. You can text WORK4TP. That's WORK, the number 4 TP, to 85000 to to apply. That's work for TP to 85,000, and you can apply there. Don't forget late night flatbreads that run through that whole month. Twin Peaks hand stretch flatbreads are coming in hot. You can close out your night with a win. Their favorite flatbreads are available during late night hours for a steal. Get over there and score one for just $8 from 10 o'clock to close. That's Sunday through Thursday. It's all over at Twin Peaks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indy Safety is a proud supporter of ProView.
Up in Laramie, one of the toughest games so far. Lobos were down 14 at the half. They're looking for a big crowd. There's a FIVO deal going on right now, too. You can go to UNM socials for the links there. There's 25% off select seats for tomorrow night's game. So trying to get a crowd out there and go Lobos is what they're saying. So go to Lobos, golobos.com. Larry says, New America better not happen. No zing to it without total rebound. Well, it would be a total rebound. Look, man, the president will tell you if it's great zing. It's the most beautiful thing ever. It's not a disaster. Total disaster. You think I'm wrong, man? Text line, New America State Fair. See? Never mind the New Mexico State Fairgrounds. It'd be the New America State Fair. The New America United. They might not change their name. They might just stay.
They'd probably fight back.
Yeah, they'd fight back. They're the only ones who would stay in New Mexico. University of New America. Yeah, just saying. Opening drive, Jeff and JJ, 505-246-0610. All right, we talk about all this trade stuff and Luka and everybody else. Kevin Durant's name was bantied about quite a bit during the trade deadline process. He is still in Phoenix, 36 years old, sat out the past 3 games because of a sprained ankle. Hoping to return. Did he play last night against the Grizzlies? Did they play the Grizzlies last night? Suns are 2-11 this season when he is out of the lineup. Quote, it's just part of the business. Everybody's bought and sold in this league. Anybody can be up for auction, so I understand that. It's just about getting back on the court and trying to go out and play the game that I love. It's part of the business, though. We've all got to understand that. Okay? As long as you understand it.
I don't think they do. Like Kevin Durant wants to be able to pick his destination, say where he's going in free agency. But when it comes to trades, these guys are like, they're just buying and selling us, man.
Well, but it's like
you didn't grow up watching the NBA. You didn't understand when you sign contracts and you don't get a no trade clause. Like this stuff can happen. So you guys can buddy up and say, hey, let's go to Brooklyn, Kyrie and Ben Simmons and James Harden, you name it, and try to do something. But when the franchise tries to move things around, it's just buying and selling us, man.
Yeah, we're just what was Dennis Schroeder, who was released twice last week, right?
He was traded, it felt like 7 times.
Just last week, and he called it modern day slavery.
Yes, you got to uproot stuff, you got to move on, but you got to chill with this stuff, man. There's a reason that there's the contracts you get, that there's unions and collective bargaining agreements, all these things, because it's part of the sport you're in. There's trades.
And that's part of why you're so handsomely compensated. It is. I'm going to guess. No, I'm not going to guess. I'm certain the slaves were not being paid $13 to $57 million a year, correct? Yeah, it sucks to get traded. I'm sure it could suck to uproot. And it sucks to get fired. But look, man, that's the business. Is there... Their point is, look, JJ, you're an at-will employee. If you want to work at KNML today and you want to go work at the insurance place tomorrow and you want to go work at Twin Peaks and work for TP and send it to $85,000, you can do that and become a cook or a busboy or a Hooters girl.
Sure, that's going to go over well.
You can be a Hooters girl as well.
I'd be the only thing flat there.
I see what you did there. The flatbread's flat. But they're saying, you can do that. But they sign contracts, and part of their contracts is that their contracts can be traded. And hence they're compensated incredibly handsomely. Look, man, the higher inconvenience there are in jobs, like, athletic directors are on call all the time, right? People say, why are they making $400 to $4 million a year? Because they're responsible for every damn student athlete. When one knucklehead gets a DUI on a Tuesday night and you get a call at 3 a.m, you're on. That's why you get compensated. Coaches too. It's just that's part of the deal. But to have this whole modern day slavery thing, and it is part of the business, and it is part of where you are, and it is part of just the contracts, and that's professional athletics. And sometimes you're going to get traded. All right, we got a sweet deal for you, and ask yourself a serious question. All right, and think about it: is your child currently getting a quality education quality education that you want from them. And if your answer is no, or if you're, well, gosh, I'm not sure, it might be time to take a look at our sweet deal today from Calvary Christian. Ed Varos is the assistant principal at Calvary Christian. He is with us. Good morning. Ed, how you living?
Hi, I'm doing pretty good. Yourself?
If I could speak, I'd be a lot better. Calvary Christian. You guys are up near Tramway and Indian School. On Indian School, just to the west of Tramway, up by the Hinkle Family Fun Center, right? Is that where you guys go for recess? You just go across the street?
That'd be awesome. The kids would love that.
Yeah, they would. Hey, so here's our sweet deal for you today. It's half price, so this will save you on tuition for next year. And there's 4 deals available in K through 5, 4 deals available in 6th through 12th grade, and this will save you $3,450. It's half price tuition. Talk about your place and what makes it so special.
Yeah, so at Calvary Christian Academy, what we're hearing from a lot of families, a lot of parents, is that it got just that family feel to it. You walk in. One of the things that we really pride ourselves on is small class sizes. We want to be able to reach those kids, make sure they don't fall through the cracks. So in elementary, our ratio is 16 students to 1 teacher. And in middle school, high school, it's 18 students to 1 teacher. One of the things that we just want to do is encourage them. We feel like every kid's been blessed with a gift. And, hey, let's bring that out. Let's use it. Help others, you know. And so all our curriculum is faith-based. What we want to do is just give them that foundation. They got to decide for themselves what they want to do, and that's where we're at.
The question I get on things like this, what about extracurricular? Well, my son, my daughter plays athletics. They want to do other stuff. And I know that's always a concern in a smaller school. How do you address that?
Yeah, we do offer basketball. We do have volleyball. We tell the kids, if you want to do like football or you want to do another sport, let's build up a team. We'll get a coach and let's do it.
So you're looking to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And right now our basketball season's just
JJ, you want to coach football?
Towards the end. Oh man, that'd be awesome. The boys would love that. And then also we have art class. We have computer graphics. One of the other things that we do there is music as well, so they can learn to play instruments and stuff.
Is there a website? What's the website? People can check it out.
They can go to CalvaryChristianAcademy.org, and they can do the enrollment process there. Most importantly, though, the sweet deal is where you're going to make out really well. So if they come to your guys' website, it's going to be awesome.
Here's how to do that. Go to sportsanimalabq.com. It's going to be available at 9 o'clock. Click on the sweet deal icon, and then for half price, and it'll save you $3,450 on tuition, which is pretty insane when you think about it. And look, a lot of us have put our kids through private schools, and we understand what's going on in public schools. And APS does a great job, but if it's not right, if it's not working for your child, there are options. You can also schedule a tour, and you can go to CalvaryChristianAcademy.org. Schedule a tour, get your child over to the school, look at the campus, look what they've got to offer, and see if it's right for your kid. But it's a faith-based curriculum. There's 4 deals available, kindergarten through 5th, and then 4 deals available 6th through 12th grade. What's your total enrollment over there?
Right now we have 165 students, very small. That goes from preschool all the way to 12th grade. We do have room for growth. We can accommodate up to 250 students in our building, and then have to build more classrooms.
You say it's faith-based. Is it like a pre-college, like a college prep kind of a stuff too?
So for middle school, high school, they do have some of the curriculum that we're doing that'll get them ready for that.
Yeah.
And that's some of the things that parents are always asking about.
All right. It's CalvaryChristianAcademy.org. And like I said, man, if you don't feel your child's getting the education you want, you've got options. And Calvary Christian Academy is something to take a look at. CalvaryChristianAcademy.org. The sweet deal saves you half price on tuition for next school year, the 2025-2026 school year. It'll save you $3,450, which is significant. Go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon. Take advantage of that. Ed, great to see you. Or is it Mr. Varos? I mean, what
it doesn't matter. Ed's fine.
What's your first name, Mr.? when you're in education, your first name's Mr. or Ms., right?
Yeah, Mr. Varos. That's fine.
No, Ed, it's good to see you, and good luck with this and continued success over at Calvary Christian.
Thank you. You guys have a great day.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM at AM 670 Sports Animal.
This report is brought to you by United Way of North Central.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Bluebell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Like dynasties or parity in their sports. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. I don't think it's arguable. In our country, the National Football League is the number one sport, correct? Baseball can claim it's America's pastime, just like the Cowboys can claim they're America's team. That's fine. Probably second is college football. But JJ, through the 60 years of the Super Bowl era, no team in the National Football League has won 3 championships in a row. Nobody has won 3 Super Bowls in a row. Okay? During that time, the NBA is 3-peats. The Bulls did it twice. The Lakers did it once. 2 teams have 3-peated as World Series champs in the last 6 decades. It's crazy that one of them was the Oakland A's. But the A's did it from 72 to 74, and the Yankees did it 98 through 2000. Now, it hasn't been since 2000. Stanley Cup, and it's been a minute, had 4-peats by the Canadiens in 76 through 79, and the Islanders, God, it seems so long ago, 80 to 83. The WNBA had a 4-peat. We used it. Now, is that why people love the NFL more? No, but I've got a theory on this. In the pre-Super Bowl era, the Packers won the NFL championship 3 years in a row from 29 to 31. And then the Packers won the NFL championship in 65 and won Super Bowls 1 and 2. But that doesn't, I mean, they didn't win 3 Super Bowls in a row. JJ, I think one of the reasons the NFL is so popular, one of them, first of all, it's the most exciting game. It's played once a week. It's easiest to bet on and play fantasy games on. It's just every game means more when there's only 16 or 17 and soon to be 18, right? Football's different. When there's 82 games or 162 games, it's just hard. Miss me with more than half the regular season. We're cool. But there's this feeling that my team can turn it around. The Washington Commanders had the 2nd overall pick in the draft a year ago, and they were 1 game away from the Super Bowl this year. The Rams were horrible last year, and they were in the 2nd round of the playoffs this year. The Niners, the Vikings were what, 5-win team, 4-win team a year ago, and they won 14 this year. There's something about football where teams feel with good management, a couple of good moves, and a good quarterback, they feel that within a year to 2 years, they can completely turn their fate around. And I think we've seen it over time. I don't know. Does America like dynasties or do they like parity?
America likes parity. They like to root against winners if you win too much.
100%.
but then they also say they want the rivalry or someone to root against because it's been
the villain.
Something they at least people have pointed out and going, oh, no one's watching basketball because there's not villains or there's not the rivalries. I think a lot of it is sport to sport, what you enjoy. I think in football, because it's America's pastime now, that the fandom for football is larger than anything else, where I think NFL fans don't root for other teams as much as they might do in other sports. Of just
What do you mean?
Enjoying, like
if you're an
watching
NFL
a
fan, you don't watch
game
basketball?
or watching a. But if you're usually NFL, it has a lot of that college mentality to it. Like you're locked in regardless. Like painting your face, you're doing whatever needed for your squad.
Dude, there's something to be said about a game that they play 17 times a year that can totally captivate a city, a fan base, a country, and demand the revenue that it demands.
Well, and I think a lot of that too is you can be a basketball fan and you'll probably just sit back and watch basketball. But I talked with a couple people that watched the Super Bowl, but they're like, man, I don't know if I can do it again. It's Kansas City, the Chiefs. Like, you don't care about that with anything else, but you do when it's football.
You watched. Who was in the World Series last year, remember? Dodgers and Yankees, right? Who was in the NBA Finals last year? Celtics and Mavericks. But if you weren't a Celtics or Mavericks fan, were you as compelled to watch? No, you weren't, because there's 7 damn games, and you don't know what night the championship's going to be handled. And in a Super Bowl, you do. Like the NFL has mastered this once a week, but yet taken over every night. They've mastered. You are intrigued by the schedule being announced. They do hours of programming because they announce their schedule. They have turned their draft into a 3-day television show. And you watch it. They've turned their All-Star game into a flag football game and they might as well play beer pong. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter. And you watch it. I think what they've created is a bit of urgency. 16 to 17, 18, once a week. It's a good product, man. As much as you want to tell me, oh, the product's not good. No, it is. The storylines are good. Every week we sit here on a Monday and talk about how unpredictable it is. I will argue that America loves parody way more than they love a dynasty. One town may love a dynasty. Boston loved a dynasty when it was theirs. Kansas City has loved a dynasty when it's theirs. LA has loved a dynasty when it was the Lakers. You love a dynasty when it's your team. But I think America loves parody. Going into each week in football saying, damn, dude, the Patriots can beat the Bills. Oh, they just did. Holy bleep, the Browns beat the Chiefs. I think America loves parody, and that's where the NFL has nailed it. The NFL is nailed it because of the urgency, because of the parody. Like
I think it's sport specific.
Do you really?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm listening.
I do think that there's a reason people scream about TV ratings with the other sports when it's not the Lakers, the Dodgers, or Yankees. Like, even if you don't like it, that you tune into that. The NFL is immune to
But I'll tell you why. Because you are familiar with every other team all year long. Like honestly, ask your casual fan in November who the quarterback of any team is in the league, and they'll tell you. Ask your casual basketball fan midseason who the point guard of the Pacers is, or the Magic, or the Nets, and they don't know.
Ever been a thing?
But that's why. That's why. Because they engage you all season long, where no matter who gets there at the end, your casual fan is familiar and engaged because they're playing fantasy football, or they're watching every damn Sunday, or every single team got a standalone game that you watched on a Thursday or a Monday or a Sunday. Where the NBA plays 82 games over 6 months, it's like, yeah, yawn, I don't care until you get me to the end. They've mastered this engagement of the casual fan base where you know who they are and you think you have an opinion. Hence, you do have an opinion. That's what they've been able to do. And I don't know how you do it over 82 games. I don't know if there's a solution.
You can't. There's no way to replicate.
Right.
You just
right.
You look for the headlines, which the NBA got. The NBA for a few days outdid the NFL in Super Bowl week.
On Monday and Tuesday. Maybe even Wednesday.
4 days.
Okay.
It wasn't until Friday until we talked anything about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, fair enough.
And you can't fight it. Like, you have to do your thing. Like, you pontificate about the NFL all you want. You can't replicate what you just said. The urgency of the games, the parity to the feeling. Like, the products when you have 82 games, when you have 100-plus games, it's never going to be the same.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. Do you want parity or do you want dynasty in your sports? Do you love it when there's a super team? Or do you prefer, I don't know, half the teams have a chance to win a championship?
NBA's had parity. That hasn't helped it recently.
Fair enough. Different teams have won, the last 6 years? Yeah, I think that's right. All right, don't be a victim of property crime. Protect your home. Protect your business, and don't wait to be a victim before you call IPS. I know you've seen IPS in your neighborhood. I know you've seen them at the stores. What are they? Affordable private security. IPS protects what you've worked so hard to build. I've trusted IPS for years. They watch my home. They're there every day. When I travel, they're there multiple times. They pick up the newspapers, if you have them, or mail, or packages that are left on the curb, or the garbage cans to the curb and back on garbage day. They give your home that lived-in look, and they protect you. They install alarms and camera systems. They've got a state-of-the-art facility monitoring those cameras 24/7. It all raises the level of security around your home and your business. So who is watching your home when you're not there? Make sure it's the good guys and not the bad guys. You can't prevent it all. But if you got no protection, you're more likely to be victimized by property crime. The number's 505-897-2420. Area code 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. IPS is passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus. Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Well, we've been talking quarterbacks and players and who's going to be where and where's Aaron Rodgers going. And one of the places that came up was San Francisco. I know some people think that Aaron Rodgers in San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan may work. It's the opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. Not so fast, my friend. Jed York is the owner of the 49ers. Yesterday, Jed York said that the Niners' plan is to sign Brock Purdy to a contract extension in the offseason. This was after Purdy had his most disappointing season, I guess. I mean, he wasn't bad. He just wasn't as good as he'd been. 15 games, almost 66% of his passes completed, 20 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, but the team wasn't good. And you're assessing a guy. I think you got to decide on Brock Purdy, JJ. Is he the dude that was there the first couple of years when people were healthy, when there was a Christian McCaffrey, when there was a healthy Brandon Ayuk, when there was a Deebo Samuel, when there was George Kittle? Or is he the dude that would take most of those weapons away from him most of the time? And who is he? And the answer might be somewhere in between. But the quote from the owner was, I know we want Brock to be here for a long time. We'll do everything we can to make that work. Brock's just a tremendous human being, and I'm looking forward to a long-term relationship, end quote.
The answer is somewhere in between. And the problem is, in this league, good quarterbacks end up making great money because they're the next one up, and someone's going to have to break that cycle.
Well,
and it's Brock Purdy. I think, I think we just had that same discussion with Jalen Hurts. Like, is Jalen Hurts really that good, or is just everyone around him? Well, right now, everyone around him is really good, and he's elevated that team to another level.
So I guess there's a couple of things here. Does Brock Purdy have leverage? Where are they going to go? Well, could they say, well, we'll just bring Sam Darnold back if Sam Darnold's a free agent? Okay. Honestly, who's better, Sam Darnold or Brock Purdy? And there's an argument there.
He doesn't have as much leverage you would like in this situation.
Okay. So what's he worth? Here's a guy that was making under $1 million a year. So you stole this quarterback as the last pick in the draft for the last 3 seasons. You paid your quarterback nothing, and he got you to 2 NFC championship games. Okay? Do you pay him for past performance? No. Is he a $55 to $60 million guy? No. But what if you went to him and said, tell you what, here's 45, 48, and then 50, and we'll sign you to 3 years, and you're a guy at 45, 48, 50. Does he take that? Do you think that's about where he's slotted? Do you feel that way?
Yeah.
And how much is guaranteed, obviously, is the story.
Yeah, you can pay him $1 per year, but he signs a $200 million guaranteed contract.
Right.
So.
I mean, is that about where he is?
That'd be.
I don't know, man. If I'm making 100 or under $1 million, which is pretty, still making 900 or something great, still
pretty darn good,
right? And I'm up to 45 million with a signing bonus of about 80. My life just changed. I'm the quarterback of the 49ers. I think they get this done, and I think they sign him, and I don't think that's where Aaron Rodgers is going. They're signing Brock Purdy. Kick it with Kenny when we come back. Talk some Lobo hoops, some NBA hoops. The former All-America at the University of New America. Kenny Thomas will be with us. It's a beautiful name. It's the most beautiful name I've ever seen. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. It's the most beautiful place. It was a disaster before. Now it's going to be beautiful. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indy Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
Right here for the Seawood Cougars, and that one is denied. Off the front iron, rebound Diabate. Another chance for Adams, and he hits it.
Trying to thread the needle, and he threw it away. That's an unforced error. Here comes the game. And Ocelian makes up for the mistake.
Entirely new crew out here. Next time we get a whistle, Adams scores again. Adams gets the put back and he puts it right back again.
What a beautiful bounce. But Oli, who Euro stepped by a defender for the layup. Another dime for inside, another dunk, two-hand slam. Bounce pass, stolen away, fast hands, Bramlett gives it to Butler, dunked it. Jumps off Lovato, good pass by McNeely. 6:55. Still, one hand dunk for Peters. Lob upstairs.
Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
It'll be the Wolves. Kicking it with Kenny. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Hey, a reminder, Lobo basketball's home tomorrow. And you only got 3 chances left. Well, 4 chances left to see the Lobos, but Sunday's sold out. So tomorrow's one of the 3. They play Wyoming, who was up on the Lobos by 14 at halftime up in Laradice. Looking for a big crowd. There's a FIVO deal going on. There's a link on all the socials for the University of New America. I think they're still New Mexico, right? 25% off select seats for tomorrow's game. Opening drive, let's kick it with Kenny, the former All-America at the University of New America. Kenny Thomas is with us. What's up?
That is hilarious.
You don't think it's going to happen?
That's it. I don't even know how to respond to that. What's up, JJ? That's how I'm going to respond to that.
Well, the president changed the name of the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean, once somebody tells them there's still a state called New Mexico, don't you think? I mean, it's a disaster now. Mexico's a disaster.
You know how bad it is when I say New Mexico?
Yes.
People think like, what, Mexico? I'm like, what do I mean?
Damn, you speak pretty good English for someone from Mexico. I know, huh?
I have all of that.
It's all crazy, no? I know, huh? My daughter gets it all the time, man. Like, where are you? Do you speak English? Like, yes.
Yeah.
We've all got it, man.
See, everybody come. Yeah, that's a given. But everybody wants to come here and go on vacation.
Well, once it's called New America, I mean, it'll be the most beautiful thing ever. Nobody's ever seen anything like it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, all right, JJ, let's start here. We'll hit the end. I want to hit Luka and all that stuff in a minute.
Yeah.
But let's start Lobo basketball. Nelly Jr. Joseph is the player of the week again in the league.
Yeah.
And I've said to you, and I said when I was doing games, Donovan Dent's player of the year in this league.
Yeah.
Is Nelly Jr. Joseph making a run at player of the year in the Mountain West Conference?
That's a JJ. Are you smiling at this right now? Like, yeah, JJ.
Is it
right
absolutely Donovan Dent? I mean, I think Donovan Dent's my guy right now, but Nelly's making a hell of a run.
You're funny. You're funny. I agree with you like 99.99%. No.
Dent still got my vote.
Yeah, I mean,
Dent's my guy.
Yeah, that's
who's number 2?
But I hear you. I mean, It's probably up for grabs. Probably Nelly, and then who else is balling right
Nick
now?
Clifford would be the other guy, I think, from Colorado
He's
State.
been playing like crap.
Well, he played well against San Diego
State.
State. The Lobos held him to 9 points. He was really good against San Diego State in their win the other night. I think Donovan JJ Dent's my guy, right? He's number one, but Nelly Jr. Joseph's number two and rising it to me.
JJ, what do you think of this, bud?
Oh, he's averaging a double-double.
14 and 10.6, yeah. 11. I round up.
You shoot that off like it's
No.
21 rebounds.
No.
You know who never
I
had
didn't do
21
that.
rebounds at the University of New America? You.
I did not do I did not do that. I mean, you got to also keep in mind, like, he's really averaging like 14 and like 10.6. I just thought about it because I just had the game
Is
the
that
other
what it
day.
is? Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's
14 what?
14. It's 14. Yeah, I think it was like 13.6 last time I looked. So it's 14.
14.6 points, 12.1 boards.
Okay, even
14,
better.
12.
Because of the 21 he just had and the 15 he just had. Man, he's my guy.
Yeah, he's good.
But he's not player of the year.
All right.
You got Donovan Dent that had four 30-point games already.
And it's still leading the league in scoring and second in assists.
19, almost 20.
Look, I'm with you on him. All I'm saying is dude's making a run at it, and it's not as cut and dry as it was.
It's
3 weeks
fair,
ago.
but it is a little cut and dry.
All right. I'm on.
Because when Donnie takes over games, it's a different situation. Nelly.
Look what Nelly's doing defensively, changing games.
Oh, without a doubt. Now I'm agreeing with you now on this part because of the way that he's been coming down and dominating the boards on the defense on the offensive side with second chance points. The way that he was coming down the middle the other day against Air Force, he had about 2 or 3 of those, and he put those back. So, I mean, he is right there, but Dent's Dent. He's that dude.
All right. Kenny Thomas is in studio. We're kicking it with Kenny. Lobos in Wyoming tomorrow. They go up to Air Force. They handle it. They start out 0 for 10, and then they still win by 20, whatever the hell they won by.
35, I think.
Whatever the number was. I mean, they were
awesome.
really good. I feel there's a couple of things that have been different to me. I think defense has led them the whole way. I don't even think defense is different. The biggest difference to me over this course of, let's just say, the Utah State game through Colorado State and Air Force, they're making shots.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if they do that on a regular basis, but they're making shots. Nolan's making shots. True's making shots.
Yeah.
They're getting it from other places than Nelly and Dent.
I can't remember the guy's name that was out for Wyoming. That's their star. He's a guard.
Abu, what's his name?
Yeah.
I'll find it for you.
Yeah. He was out when they played down there.
Yes.
And Wyoming, obviously, playing at home, any team's going to play better. The energy's going to be there. But the way that they're the way that they're communicating and getting a lot of different things when it comes to transition points and eliminating second chance points is a crucial dynamic when it comes to how the Lobos can be so dynamic in the open court.
Obi Ogbim.
Yeah, him. Yeah. And he's been playing pretty good. But the way that they're transitioning into a whole different dynamic team, obviously defense is going to win games. If you know me, I'm old school. So if you get opportunities to eliminate second chance points in 50-50 balls, which the Lobos are playing some great defense. True, obviously, is playing on both ends right now. And Phillip, I mean, we got to give him some love, being 6'8", being very dynamic and long on the defensive end. So I feel like, obviously, the Lobos are averaging probably about 18 to 20 points, especially when it comes to transition points right now.
Mustafa Amsil is going to be with us coming up at 9:30 after Kenny gets out of here. We'll talk with the Lobos forward Mustafa Amsil ahead of tomorrow's game against Wyoming.
And that's, to me, what I like about the Lobos is the multiple ways that they can win games. Like, I was never worried that they weren't a great shooting team because of the way that they played defensively. The shots were going to fall with those athletes. And now that you've seen them win multiple ways, but knowing the defense still is there night in and night out, how much confidence does that give this team?
I think the confidence is there because they're sharing the ball. And they're a different team when they're sharing the ball. Obviously, when you see Dent having fun and smiling, because he is the leader of that team, especially on the offensive side, they're a different team when they're actually taking balanced shots and opening up shots for each other, which means you might not be the first person to get the shot, but you might be the second or third person, knowing that it's going to come back. Getting the ball inside to Nelly, and hey, I'm a big man. You got to get your big man going. And I feel like that there's been a lot of opportunities for him, and there's going to be more opportunities. On my show, on Lobos Live, people have been kind of like getting mad at me because I expect Nelly to do a little bit more.
So when you keep saying that, what more do you want to see? Because he's rebounding his ass off.
What he did, that right there. Rebound, and the offense will come. When you're being dynamic on both sides, on the offense and defensive side, on the boards, and being a big, you're standing out. You got to keep in mind, Nelly is the best big man in this league, but Nelly's trying to get to the league as well. Mm-hmm. So you got to do more. Just like we expect Dent to do more. Nelly got to do more as well.
All right, here you come down the stretch. Kenny Thomas is in the studio. Former All-America at the University of New America and 11-year NBA veteran. Coming down the stretch, man. And you've been in these seasons. You see teams that aren't playing well. They're tired of getting yelled at. You hit mid-February. It's like, yeah, I can't wait to see the finish line. Your teams, you always were looking at the NCAA tournament. It's been a long run, dude. You've been doing this since September. You've been going to the gym every day. You've been working out all summer. It gets to be a grind. Here comes the stretch. You're looking at a championship. How do you stay focused now? Here comes a Wyoming. Like I got a big one Sunday against Utah State.
Yeah.
If I win Sunday, I'm not going to tell you it clinches the league because it doesn't, but I got a 2-game lead in the tiebreaker over both of the teams behind me. I probably am cutting down nets. Yeah. Honestly, JJ, right? If they win Sunday, they're probably cutting down nets as regular season champions. How do I not look past tomorrow?
I think it's about statement now, because obviously the Lobos lost to New Mexico State. They lost to San Jose State. But I feel like to a certain extent they're still being disrespected a little bit.
Because they're not ranked?
Because they're ranked where they are, and they're not moving the needle as much as they should be moving the needle, especially
in the polls.
Yes, in the polls, especially how they're only lost one game in conference right now, one on the road and one down there at Utah State convincingly. Now they get another chance to come in here, play against Wyoming. It's not going to be an easy game. I feel like Wyoming's going to come in here with a great game plan like everybody else has been doing to a certain extent. Get the ball out of Dent's hand. Who's going to be the second or third or fourth person that's going to step up on the offensive side. So with Amzil coming back, hopefully, I feel like that's a whole different element because he's a more dynamic because he can play inside, outside. Everybody's seen that he's been struggling a little bit from the perimeter, but I feel like he's been knocking down some big shots from the perimeter. I like the way he's playing in between the ball. When I say in between, I'm saying mid-range game. Because he's he impacts the game.
All right, we'll talk to Mustafa. He's going to be with us coming up at 9:30 and kind of get his update on his physical abilities and his flip. When we come back, I want to get into the NBA with you. Luka with the Lakers last night. 2 fans getting thrown out of Dallas yesterday for protesting. Dennis Schroeder comparing the trade deadline to slavery and said he was like a prostitute over the last couple of days. So all that's coming up. Kenny Thomas is in 11 years in the NBA, All-America at the University of New America. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
95.9 FM.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Got shots? Got shots? Got shots?
During Got Shots, participating providers open their doors for any child who presents for immunizations, regardless of whether they are a patient or whether they have insurance.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Hi, my name is Ruben, and I'm with the New Mexico Educational Assistance Foundation. We are proud sponsors of high school and college sports. Either college or trade, we can help you find the funding you need. Go to nmfafsa.org. That's nmfafsa.org.
I'm David C. Chavez, personal injury attorney. For over 4 decades, our law firm has remained steadfast in our commitment to serving the remarkable people of New Mexico that have been injured through no fault of their own. I'm a New Mexican fighting for New Mexicans. I received my bachelor's degree at NMSU and earned my law degree at UNM. I can proudly say I'm both an Aggie and a Lobo. Call now and I will meet with you. 40 years strong, and we're still as local as red and green.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Buck, former All-America at the University of New America, Kenny Thomas is here.
Yeah.
Starting to sound a little natural to me, JJ. It's the most beautiful name ever. All right. Can we get to Luka in a second? Anthony Davis, first game with Dallas.
Man.
Nico Harrison thought, all right, I got a great player. And you got the full Anthony Davis effect. What did he have? 26 points. He was balling, rebounding, defending. He was that guy. Nico Harrison sitting back going, yep, that's my dude. And then third quarter, he crumbles, non-contact, adductor strain, which is like lower abdomen. He's out for a month in street clothes. And yesterday, fans got thrown out of the game for yelling and screaming.
He was balling though.
Okay, great.
And to be honest, with the whole trade with Luka, the fans actually have a right to feel the way that they feel. He was young. He was the guy that was supposed to be the future for the Mavericks. There's so many different dynamics that come with this game. You never know what's going to happen.
One thing you kind of know is AD is going to get hurt.
And AD is that dude that stays hurt, and he's a guy that lacks a little bit of production sometimes, especially with the kind of chips he's making. But man, Remember, I'm gonna address this, and I was wrong. I thought Dallas was probably gonna win the better end of that because of AD going there, because of Kyrie and the way Kyrie was setting him up. It was unbelievable. But the way Luka and LeBron James is playing right now.
Let's see. We got one game of them last night. What'd you think?
But Luka and LeBron, that's going to be one thing. And I was listening to the First Take this morning, and they brought up a good point. Like, they're loaded in the backcourt, and they played their big three in the backcourt. When it comes to inside interior, you're going to, in the Western Conference, when you get into the playoffs or the in-season tournament game to get into the playoffs, it's going to be different because there's a lot of teams right now that are going like two bigs, like the Thunder. And then you got Luka. Not Luka, and then you got Joker. It's just a lot of different components in the Western Conference because it's loaded up, and it's going to be a whole different situation.
Who do you like better this year, with as quickly as things have to come together? Jimmy Butler and the Warriors, or Luka and the Lakers?
Luka and the Lakers. It's going to be hard. I mean, we normally talk about one ball, right? I made that comment about one ball. Steph is a dynamic player because he shares the ball. Now, is Jimmy Butler going to be that guy to where he shares the ball the right way? It's going to be interesting to see how that whole dynamic works.
Jackson Hayes, Lakers center, 7-footer. I mean, look, he's got to be. You can laugh all you want, but you just talked about their interior. JJ, you mentioned him earlier. He's got to be that guy.
I totally agree with you, but can he be that guy? It's one of those things that's going to have to be proven. Obviously, Luka is going to bring a whole different dynamic when it comes to getting people involved. So he already showed that, but long term, it's going to be interesting how the Lakers' interior is going to end up.
Well, they just got to get by this season. That's all you can do. Just defend and rebound if you're playing the 5 for the Lakers.
Which is fair, because I feel like the offseason, they're probably going to work on the interior. I mean, the interior, the bigs. Yeah, obviously. But right now, it's I don't know, man.
Look, the way it sits now, and it will move. They're a game and a half behind the Nuggets. You know what? They're probably going to end up in the fourth. They're fourth or fifth right now. First round would be the Rockets. If they get through the Rockets, they get Oklahoma City in the second round.
Rockets are balling right now.
And then it would be probably Denver.
See? That's what I'm saying. It goes back to, and then Denver, JJ's Nuggets, man. It's going to be hard. And Denver knows how to win when it comes to the postseason. You got to understand, the regular season is totally different than the postseason. There's a lot of things that you get away with in the postseason that doesn't happen in the regular season. Just how it goes.
He's Kenny Thomas. He spent 11 years in the NBA. He's with us in studio. We're kicking with Kenny. All right, the trade deadline's really, I got to believe, a rough time. Were you nervous around trade deadline time? How'd you feel when your name got thrown around? You didn't have social media then.
Yeah.
But, man, everybody with a thumb's got an idea, and you all got phones, and everybody's looking at it, and everybody gets nervous. And I want to get into the Dennis Schroeder stuff, but how'd you feel around trade deadline time?
Man.
How was the locker room?
When I was with the locker room, when I went to the new team?
Well, guys, no, while you're sitting in an old team, on your team, and everybody's just waiting for somebody to come down or get a call.
I mean, when I got traded from the Rockets, it came out of nowhere. I was getting ready. I was getting up from a nap, getting ready to go to the game, and Rudy Tomjanovich called me and said, "Kenny, we traded you." So then you don't go to the game. Then you got to start prepping to report 72 hours to the next team, which is the Sixers.
How does that go? So who the new team calls you and tells you here's your flight?
Yeah, here's your flight, and we'll pick you up. We got you at a hotel. This is where you're staying. This is how long you should come for. And then I got to Philly, and then Larry Brown, it was right before Christmas. And then we had games, and then he let me go back to get more stuff. And then I had to come back to Philly and live in a hotel. And then I didn't necessarily find a place to stay until the next season I was in Philly. Then you get traded, and I mean, come on, man. Chris Webber trade. Chris Webber goes from Sacramento to Philly for me and Corliss Williamson and Brian Skinner. I didn't know. All three times I got traded, twice. Both times I got traded, I did not know it was coming.
Did you, though, accept that it's part of the business?
I was traumatized the first time because it really came out of nowhere. But we were so bad to where me and Steve Francis got drafted the same year.
Yeah.
We lost like 16 straight. Like Charles Barkley ended up getting hurt. Elijah Wan ended up getting hurt. And then we were a young team. So that kind of came out of nowhere. But then at the same time, the Rockets had to pay Calvin Cato and they had to pay Mo Taylor. And those are two guys that I played the same position in the NBA. So they weren't going to be able to pay me. So Daryl, the GM, Carol Dawson, he's like, yo, Kenny, I'm going to trade you. Because they're not going to be able to pay me. So I got paid in Philly, man.
Right, so you got paid.
Hey, but at the same time, Schroeder, he's still getting those checks.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. He compared it to modern day slavery, and last I checked, the slaves weren't making $13 to $57 million a year. He said the other day, I was a prostitute. He got traded and cut, and I just it feels like those analogies run a little hollow to the common person.
I mean, you're still getting paid, but you got to
money.
keep in mind from the standpoint of the player, right?
He's a human being.
That's where I was actually about to go with it. He's a human being, but on the other side, you're a commodity.
And you kind of know what you signed up for.
You're a commodity. You're making money. And I can see where he's coming from because you feel like you're not wanted, right? But them checks are still coming. And now with a guy like him, hopefully he'll get a chance to be able to go somewhere else and make a check while he's still probably getting paid.
Yeah. All right, listen to Kenny after every Lobo basketball game over on News Radio KKOB. He'll be there tomorrow after the Wyoming game along with Brandon Ortega. It's called Lobo Live with Kenny Thomas over on News Radio KKOB. You can call in and talk to Kenny after each game.
Hey, I have every second and fourth week of every month until June, I have a live video series that I partnered up with the Bernalillo County on being their mental health ambassador, bringing awareness to the different services and different things that they have. So this coming Thursday the 13th at 11:30, I will be going live on my Instagram account, Kenny Thomas NBA, and you can check that out. The recordings will be there. If you miss it, to where there's resources and opportunities to where the Bernalillo County is letting you know what they offer.
Right on. See you on Friday.
Thank you very much.
Have a
Appreciate
good show
you
tomorrow.
guys.
He is Kenny Thomas. When we come back, Lobo forward Mustafa Amsil will be with us. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
You followed him from the first day he signed with the team. You remember the day he poured in 63 points? The night he played a sold-out concert to 30,000 people. The day he gave his infamous speech. That's why you believe in heroes. That's why you remember and collect their memorabilia. All in autographs, where you can meet some of the greats, collect some of the greats, and share your own legacy. Visit All In Autographs, where you can celebrate the great and have your own piece of history.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Men at the pit. You don't got a lot of chances left to see what's a really fun team to watch. Lobos are 20-4. They are 12-1 in conference games. 4 home games left. Sunday is already sold out against Utah State. So tomorrow's just one of 3 opportunities left for you to get tickets to go watch the Lobos at the pit. Wyoming gave New Mexico one of their toughest games in the Mountain West so far. Lobos trailed in Laramie by 14 at the half. They're looking for a big crowd tomorrow. In fact, there's a FIVO deal going on for 25% off select seats for tomorrow's game. There's a link on all the UNM basketball social media. You can go find that and take part in that deal. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Big one tomorrow. They're all big. As Richard Pitino said, you know, what it's big when you beat Utah State, but it's big when you lose to San Jose State. They're all big. Wyoming's coming in tomorrow, and Lobos look to extend their winning streak. And one of the big reasons they've been playing so well is this guy, 6'9", a redshirt senior. Mustafa Amsil's been terrific. He joins us this morning on the Sports Animal. Good morning, Staff. How you living?
Hey, what's up? I'm good. How you doing?
Excellent. I appreciate you spending some time. Hey, how you feeling? You missed the last game, plantar fasciitis. It's a foot issue. You got a little rest. Didn't play at Air Force. How you feeling?
I feel good. I've been dealing with it for a minute now, so it's nothing new. Just running it out.
You play tomorrow?
Yeah.
How do you deal? Like, what's treatment for plantar fasciitis? For people who don't understand, where is that pain, and is it constant, or is it just when you move, like when you're making cuts, jumping? Explain the injury a little bit for people who don't understand it.
Yeah, it's at the bottom of my heel. It hurts every time I walk. We treat it a lot of different ways. You know, some ice, some steam, some heating and stretches and all kind of stuff. But it's just constant kind of when I move. But just take some painkillers and I'll be fine.
Yeah, basketball, you got to move a little bit. We were in Logan. I remember Coach said, Stoff is a game time. We're not sure if Stoff's going to play. Boy, you went out and had a hell of a game in Logan. I haven't talked to you much since the game at Utah State, but I thought that was one of the key points of the season was that game in Logan and really the second half on the road. You're down by 6 at halftime. I thought you were terrific in that game, both sides of the ball. Was that one of those turning points, do you think, of this season?
Yes, I think it was a big one because we needed that one. We knew Utah State had the pressure on them because it was at their home. We knew we was going to beat them at home, and it was all pressure on them, and we took care of the job. And now they got to come here and experience the pit.
I know it's easy for everyone outside to talk about the pressure, living up to expectations, but when you guys are locked in and in this groove, what's it like just showing up every day, practice, film, the confidence within this entire team right now?
Everybody's locked in, bought in to the system. We have good chemistry with the team. Everybody understands the mission. We go game by game because being at the number one spot, just one game ahead of the second spot. Every game is big now.
Of course, Mustafa, one of the things that stands out about this team is just the commitment to defense this year. What do you think has allowed you guys to be so good? Of course, you're longer, but just from top to bottom, the way you guys are playing defensively.
It's a big part because championship teams, you got to do it on the both sides of the ball. So that's something we emphasize, something we work on every day. Try to, simulate the game type of feel and game type of defense in practice, and just work hard on it.
He's Lobo forward Mustafa Amsil with us on the Sports Animal. On the defensive side, it almost seems like a pride thing, but a competition. One guy plays defense. Is it contagious? And I don't know how much you talk about it, but you watch the way True guards the perimeter. I think Philip's been great on the perimeter. Obviously, what Nelly's done in the post is fantastic. Is it one of those where I watch the other guy do it and I feel obligated, I've got to up what I'm doing defensively?
Yeah, yes, definitely. You see it. Everybody playing hard on defense. You don't want to be the weakest link on the court, and you don't want to be the one that let the team down. So I think it's contagious, like you said. Seeing everybody work hard. Everybody, we start the games off playing good defense, and the guys on the bench can see the starters playing hard on defense. They come in, play hard on defense, and it's just a snowball effect.
And defense leads to offense, and you've gotten fast break points. But I think the other thing that's happened over the last 3 weeks is you found your shot a little bit. True, CJ. There was a stretch where you were relying on Donnie and Nelly to score, and now it feels like, I don't know how you feel. Were you in a slump? Did you shoot your way out of slump? How do you feel offensively? Because I know you were struggling a little bit back in December.
I feel good. I have a lot of confidence in myself, because I work in my craft. I think a lot of guys have confidence. I think that's one strength on the team, that even through adversity, all of the guys know they can hoop. All of the guys know they ready to go because everybody prepares the right way, and we do have a lot of confidence in ourselves.
Lobo forward Mustafa Amsil joining us on the opening drive. So, Staf, who is the best shooter in your family?
Best shooter in my family? I got to say myself. My brother and sister coming right behind me.
No, and of course, your sister playing at Detroit Mercy. Your brothers played a lot of basketball, been on the Finnish junior national teams. What's it like, just the competition and when you guys are around basketball and each other?
I love it. Growing up, we played against each other all the time. Now my younger brother, has grown, got a lot bigger, and it's something we all value, just sharing time together on the basketball court, practicing, and I'm waiting on it to go back home in the summer and be able to play those one-on-one games again.
Does he want to play college ball in the States?
Yeah.
He's already being recruited, or how old is he? 16, 17?
He's 18 now.
Yeah.
And, yes, he got some offers.
Good. Mustafa Amsil's with us. Hey, I got to ask you this. And you play with these guys every day. And I think Donovan Dent is the leader. He should be player of the year in this league. But I'm watching Nelly every day and every week, and I think the next best guy in this league is Nelly Jr. Joseph, and I think he's the best big guy in this league. Is he closing the gap? If you were going to vote for player of the year in the Mountain West Conference, who would you vote for right
now? That's a good one. I think both are playing great basketball right now. I don't know. I would have to see the end of the season, but it's definitely between Donnie and Nelly. I played against other teams, other guys. I don't think anybody's at the level right now than those two guys.
Yeah. How long does it take to get used to playing with Donovan Dent? And you guys said that you always got to be ready for passes. And I'm watching the difference between now and certainly November. Guys are expecting passes where in November he had a few more turnovers because guys just weren't ready for what he does. He's a terrific distributor and gets everybody involved, and you always got to be ready for it.
Yeah, for sure. I think it comes natural. Donnie's a good player, and all of us, played high-level basketball for a while now. I think it's just the feel of the game. It's easy to play with Donnie. He has high IQ, and he understands the game. So he can find, open players. He can create for himself. So I think it's, it feels good. It feels good being on the court with a point guard who can pass the ball.
Yeah, Stuff, you just mentioned it. You get to share the floor with some great players. But growing up, who did you like watching? What did you like to watch, when you were a kid and you fall in love with basketball?
I always loved LeBron James when he went to Miami. That was kind of when I started watching basketball, on regular, especially NBA level. I grew up in a small city, hour from Helsinki. We had a local pro team, and just watching those games was a big thing for me. But I used to wake up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m., watch the All-Star game, NBA games, and just try to catch up on what's going on in the basketball world.
You catch LeBron and Luka last night?
Yeah, I seen it.
What'd you think?
It's crazy.
Well, yeah, how good can they be? I mean, is it this year? Is it next year? It is kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I would. If somebody ever told me that was going to happen, I would say they're a liar.
Yeah, it's insane. All right, lastly, is this team with Wyoming coming in tomorrow? Look, you got Utah State. The pit's sold out on Sunday against Utah State. And assuming you win tomorrow, you win that game, you're probably cutting down nets. You got a 2-game lead with a tiebreaker over the two teams behind you. How do you stay focused on tomorrow and not look past that? And I'm sure coaches showed you tape of the first half where they were up 14 on you up in Laramie.
Just like I said, at the number one spot, every game is important now. Wyoming played good against us when we played at their place. I know they want to, get a revenge on us, and we're number one in the conference. We have target now every game, and we won the championship last year. I think it's a good challenge for us. We have been preparing very well, so I think we will take care of the job. And Sunday, same thing. We thought they thought they had us in the first half at their place. Now they want to come in here and get a revenge, and they know the stakes. If they lose the game, it's hard for them to win the regular season. So as of right now, the most important game is the next game. So I think everybody's locked in, mission focused, and ready to go tomorrow.
Yeah, it feels just spending a little time around this team. It really feels like you guys enjoy each other, and you're having fun. But winning is fun, isn't it? Winning's a good time.
a lot more fun than losing.
Yeah. Enjoy it. Hey, feel good. Take care of that foot. Congratulations on the success so far. Keep it rolling. It's a big one tomorrow out of the pit. Always appreciate the conversation with you, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it for having me.
Be well. He is Mustafa Amsil. Hard not to like him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
dude, and I think people outside that building are more nervous because a good basketball team
I think that's
doesn't care that it's Wyoming or San Diego State up next or looking ahead. Like, they're too good for me to worry about that with this team.
Well, and I think a lot of people outside the building are nervous because of history. These guys don't know the history. They don't know what happened 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. And honestly, they don't need to, and they shouldn't care.
Like, it's the the whole build up. Oh, gloom, 0 for 10, and they win the game by how much?
Yeah, they kick their ass. Yes, they went in there and dominated. Hey, remember that there are tickets on sale for tomorrow night. Then they're trying to get a big crowd in there, and they will have a big crowd. They're sold out on Sunday. 4 home games left. You can get tickets for 3 of them. And Wyoming Wyoming played them tough. They are running a FIVO deal for 25% off select seats for tomorrow night's game. You can go to the UNM basketball social media accounts. You can find them all there. You can click on the links there and get out and have fun with that. But appreciate Mustafa with us. All right, we'll wrap you up, get you ready for the rest of your day, whatever you got to know as you go through your Tuesday. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Thanks again to Mustafa Amsil. Lobo forward. Lobos play Wyoming tomorrow night. Again, there's those FIVO deals available for tickets. If you head over to the UNM socials, all their social media accounts, you can find them there. Lobos at 12-1, game clear of Utah State, 2 games clear of Colorado State, and Boise State is at 9-4. San Diego State holding on to that 5th spot, that first bye in the conference tournament. Tuesday, is that today? Air Force is at UNLV. Colorado State, Utah State's a good one tonight. And San Diego State's at San Jose, and teams can get beat there. San Jose State may beat San Diego State tonight and finish them. It would not surprise me. Have you watched San Diego State struggle offensively?
I've watched San Diego State struggle offensively for 10 years.
Yeah, but
it's different when
it's different.
You struggle and you don't have that same level of dude that you've had in the past.
Yeah, it's different. What do you got to know as you go through your day? Luka Doncic made his debut at the Lakers last night. 132-113, Lakers beat a bad Jazz team. Luka had 14, 5, and 4, 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. LeBron James had 24 points, and the Lakers win. They'll play Utah in Salt Lake City next. Super Bowl numbers are out. 126 million people watched the Super Bowl. It's a new record. You can keep telling me you didn't watch. You don't watch. That's cool. And I don't think they care because everybody, and by the way, did you watch? Even though you told me you didn't. Did you? Mavericks fans got ejected from the game yesterday for violating the NBA's sportsmanship policy and screaming at the owners and ownership and Nico Harrison and for the Luka trade. It's going to take a long time for them to get over that. I don't know that I can recall an instance where, and maybe y'all can, just because I can't recall it doesn't mean it didn't happen, where a trade of a certain star or club favorite really hurt the club at home. Not just in the standings. I'm talking about as far as support. Maybe when the Red Sox traded Babe Ruth to the Yankees, back in the 20s. But do you have one for me where a team traded an insanely popular guy in his prime? Albert Pujols left the Cardinals to go to the Angels. I know there was a lot of backlash in St. Louis, but because he was the face of that club. But
free agent deal, though?
Yeah, he left.
And that was off season.
Right.
There's nothing of this magnitude in season of a player that just took that team to the NBA Finals, was 25 years old, gave no indication that he wasn't going to be there for the long term. And then mid-season, you ship him out.
There's no way this doesn't end in disaster.
They already were refunding season tickets.
Nico Harrison, and to just add the last little kick in the stones for you, the guy you got, because you only got one pick, the guy you got comes out and is fantastic in the first half and then crumbles with a non-contact abdomen, what is it, an adductor? Is that what it was? All I know is he just crumbled with no contact and he's out for a month.
And that, as a fan of the Mavericks, I would then also question the organization. Like, how did it get to a point where you really felt that bad about Luka Doncic? Like, you didn't trust him. You didn't think that this could work, that he could become better in his preparation, that the guy that just took you to the NBA Finals, that has put up ridiculous numbers through the first part of his career, is still only 25 years old. Like, there's no way that the new ownership group, Nico Harrison, like, you couldn't have sat down with Luka and his reps and been like, all right, how can we get on a better page? What can we do?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we feel this about you. What is your response to this? How are you going to step up and continue to be the face of the franchise? Like, there was none of that. It was just, oh, I can't stand this guy. We're going to trade him now. And look at what's happening.
Yeah, we need you to do this, this, and this. Yeah. So let me give you a reality check. Well, let me start off with this. Will the Mavericks make the playoffs? Or let alone the play-in? Context is, the Mavericks are one game ahead of the Suns. Mavericks are sitting in 8th, one half better than 9 and 10 Sacramento Golden State. 10 gets into the play-in tournament, and one game better than Phoenix. They don't have Luka Doncic anymore, and they're not going to have Anthony Davis for a month. Why would you think they're even going to make the play-in tournament?
You would not have a good feeling about that.
So they traded Luka Doncic, their best player, off a team that went to the NBA Finals last year. Has a team ever made the NBA Finals one year and not made the playoffs the next? Certainly not when 2/3 of the damn teams in the league make the play-in.
It's possible.
All right, I promise you not when this many damn... You got 20 of the 30 teams make the playoffs. 20 of the 30 make the postseason. But Jeff, why isn't there urgency in the regular season? That's why. Because everybody's in the damn postseason. Unless you're New Orleans or Washington or Utah.
It's fine. I'd rather have more meaningful games at the end than try to convince someone to watch game 27 of the NBA regular season.
Okay. I mean, however it is. It's a whole nother argument. It's a whole nother argument. But it's not going to get any better there is my point. My whole point is how does this end well, and it doesn't? And who's the Dallas GM next year trying to reassemble this whole thing? You want a job?
Sure.
I mean, you wouldn't have traded Luka Doncic for that, would you?
No.
Crying out loud. Like Mustafa Amsil said. When somebody said that was happening, I said, you're lying. Yeah, dude. I mean, there's no way that just happened, right? There's no way that just happened.
You just think.
Except for it did.
Man, what the NBA All-Star Game used to be, getting kids waking up at 4 a.m. in other countries to watch it.
Isn't that a great story? Yeah. He said, I wake up 4 or 5 in the morning to watch the NBA All-Star Game. LeBron was his dude. So, all right. You get a little Mountain West Hoops tonight. You get some NBA tonight. New York, Indiana. Memphis, Phoenix, an interesting watch if you want some of that. College basketball tonight. You should get some pretty good stuff as well. Tennessee, Kentucky's good. Have you watched Florida?
Yeah, it's a good basketball team.
Florida's
and then
nice.
They just beat Auburn. The SEC's nice. Like they own college athletics right now.
Yeah. Well,
every single sport, they own college athletics.
But the fact that Auburn and Alabama are 1 and 2 in the country, not in football. Auburn, Alabama are 1 and 2, and not and that guy that I saw the other day in his Bama shoes. Yeah, whatever. we didn't make the playoff in football. I don't give a damn that we're number 2 in the country in football.
Yeah, just think in Jerry Palm's updated bracket: Tennessee, Alabama, Auburn, Texas A&M, Florida.
Football schools.
On the 1 and 2 line.
Football schools. Thank you, Mustafa Amsil and Kenny Thomas. Both of them were with us today. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. Jim Rome Show comes in after that. 2 Men On's here at 4. We are back with award-winning radio tomorrow morning. You want to start at 7 a.m.?
Let's do it.
All right. Adrian, great work on the visuals. Big day for you?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Hey, be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
The Yeller Sub, located on 7200 Montgomery Boulevard, serves breakfast all day long along with classic hot and cold subs. Don't forget about our shakes, malts and floats made with your favorite Blue Bell ice cream. 45 years and still going strong. Come on down to the Yeller Sub, official sandwich of ProView Networks.
Industries is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oki. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
Hi, my name is Daniel Chavez, and this is my business partner, David Chavez. We are the owners of Indeed Safety. Indeed Safety is a local safety consulting company helping our clients with their safety needs for their projects.
One of the things we pride ourselves as a construction safety company is helping our men and women in construction get home safe every day to their families. Indeed Safety is a proud supporter of ProView Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast